Hey, so this time around I added cursor movements. So originally you're sort of stuck at the end of the line, and then now you can sort of do this. You can also move to the start of the line, end of line, move between words. So like previous word, next word, that sort of thing. So I'll talk a bit more about this, but it was trickier than I thought to implement this because you need to move all of the content. So for example, if I press enter here, I move all of this stuff down to the next line. Yeah, and like edge cases like this, and likewise if you go backwards you need to move the content back there. Okay, so last time I was using a 2D array, but that's not going to do for adding new lines in between, because you need to like shuffle around the data. And so yeah, I used a array list. So this is like the lines, and then each line is also an array list, because like you can edit the characters within as well. Yeah, and I'm quite aware that this is like a naive version to do this. So there are like definitely better ways to do this. So my version, so the reason I say it's naive is because you need to shuffle a lot of things. So if you're near the start of the file, like I am here, and you add a new line, so like new content here, you're gonna have to shuffle the remaining stuff. So you need to do this. And yeah, so this is order of n, where n is the number of lines in your file. This isn't ideal if you have very, very large files. Okay, and I believe Emacs, they use gap buffers. So what this essentially is, when you're editing the content, it just all goes in like this one array here, and you're not affecting the rest of the file. And presumably, you'll have to deal with cases when you're like saving the buffer when you're editing like other parts of the file. Yeah, and finally, like this is really, really cool. VS Code uses piece tables. And the way this works is you have like this giant table of changes that you're making. So if you edit to line 2 with like something here and like another line, it will all just go in this massive table. And then when you actually look at the file, it will look at the table and determine like what you've edited. So for example, you haven't touched line 1, so that'll just show that from the original file, and then show your changes on top of that. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, pretty short update. That's it.